Oh, we are going to boycott Walmart. Walmart doing away with their DEI policies, and my brothers and sisters are in an uproar. It's an outrage. No one's buying TVs or going grocery shopping or buying whatever people buy at Walmart because Walmart has proven that it is racist and against the black man and against the black woman. So we are not going to go to Walmart. All right, look. Maybe that's a bit extreme. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm I'm adding a little levity to the situation because realistically, the boycott thing for Walmart over this is quite frankly a little ridiculous. I actually plan to go out and find out exactly how many black people. I'm going to find a Walmart. I believe there's one maybe 2-3 miles from here. I don't shop at Walmart. It had nothing to do with their racist, whatever their policies are. I'm not a big Walmart fan personally. And I usually find myself going to Target because it's closer. There's one much closer to me. So, we'll find out if Target's equally as racist and whatever's going on with them, which I think they are. I believe that they're also coming out of the DEI thing as well. So we'll get into all that, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to go to a Walmart and find out I'm going to do a count and see how many black people are still going in. I'm going to make them feel bad. I'm going to shame them as they go in. I'm going to stand outside. I'm going to shame them. I'm going to get it all on camera and say, why are you going here? This is no good. Look. Time to Talk podcast. Let's talk about these boycotts and about getting rid of or canceling companies because these companies are doing away with woke policies, or they're doing away with or companies involved in some way in some racist activity, or somehow they are invested in war or genocide, like as what's happening right now in Gaza with Israel and Gaza, right? Are we going to collectively decide not to shop and not to purchase and do things with these companies because they don't fit our criteria of culturally sort of significance? In other words, we feel that these companies do no longer reflect the black man and the black woman, minorities in general. So we're going to cut them all off and stop shopping. People, you're going to be without a lot of things in your life, right? Tesla, I'm not going to buy a Tesla because of Elon Musk. We're going to get into that too. Time to Talk podcast. We are going to get into this whole thing with people boycotting these companies and deciding that the way that they're going to make a stance in life and the way they're going to help the black cause is by not shopping at Walmart, making our voices heard. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to shop at Walmart. We refuse. Not going to happen. All right. Let's talk about this. Listen. I have news for you. I applaud the effort. I understand the outrage. I understand the idea that when you find out that a company is pulling back its diversity, equity, inclusion programs, you feel somehow significantly affects particular people, and that is a sign of a company not being in the fight for you in some way. And I just want to wake you up to reality. Walmart wasn't in the fight for you previously. Like, you could have found a billion reasons not to shop at Walmart if you were really standing on this moral ground of the superiority, or this idea that the company has to reflect your interest and has to be supportive of you in order for you to shop there. Walmart, through the years, has had significant complaints regarding racism, regarding their hiring practices, the fact that they've shut down small businesses. I mean, they've pretty much put small business out of business everywhere they go. They shut them down. You've got labor practices, their minimum wage standard, the way they treat their employees. I mean, you go through a list. You can go to Wikipedia and find a ton of examples of Walmart policies and things that they have an entire page dedicated to criticisms of Walmart. Local communities are destroyed pretty much when Walmart comes. Allegations of predatory pricing and supplier issues, labor relations, wages. Wages report that in 2006, its workers earned an average of $10.11 per hour. Human Rights Watch estimates this is below the average $10.24 earned by workers at discount department stores. I could keep going. Working conditions, face accusations involving poor working conditions for its employees. Where else do we go? Allegations of wrongful termination, health insurance issues, labor union opposition, surveillance patent, gender and sexual orientation issues, poorly run and understaffed stores. That's another whole thing. No automated external defibrillators in the store. Imports on globalization, overseas labor concerns, allegations of bribery and cover-ups in Mexico, product selection. Where can I stop? I mean, I could just keep going. If you want to have a complaint with Walmart or any of these major corporations in your community, I'm sure you can find them. I do not think that not shopping at the store that you typically shop at, which is usually a matter of what? It's usually a matter of convenience and pricing, right? The store is right there. I have a family. I can't travel another 10 miles to another store. Plus, the small business store is out of business. I need to get certain products. They are available at this one particular place, and they have a lower price. That lower price, of course, comes with all of these issues that I just went down and discussed with you. They buy a ton of stuff from China. Is this the most American company? The company that's pro-American, pro-worker, pro-union, pro-black people, Mexican people, women, children? Are they really raising? Is that why you're shopping there to begin with? You're shopping there because they have low prices, and you're shopping there because it's probably convenient. The reason I go to certain stores in my neighborhood is because they are either close, they have what I need, or the price is there. My wife and I will choose to trade between certain stores, including Whole Foods, because Whole Foods, surprisingly or not, has certain things cheaper than one of the local grocery stores that we have that's a little closer. It's much closer to us actually than Whole Foods. Whole Foods is like a mile away, whatever it is. But there's a store even closer to us, a large grocery store, that tends to be more expensive on certain items than Whole Foods. Plus, Whole Foods has certain things I can get, like certain almond milk. I know this sounds really ridiculous, but I'm just making a point here. Certain almond milk, it doesn't contain gum and xanthan and all these different oils and things like a lot of the typical almond milks have. So I have to go to, so you get things based on need and pricing and convenience. Now you're not going to go to Walmart because you suddenly found out that they're not pro-black people. People, I got to wake you up. You should have known that previously. Like, how did you not know that? What made you think that when you walked into a Walmart, you felt like you were walking into a black bookstore in downtown Brooklyn, run by Mos Def? Are you serious? You got to stop with this. And again, I understand the feeling. I get it. But just understand, if you're going to make that commitment based on what are your standards? What is your criteria for deciding to walk into a store? Because you're not going to go anywhere and you're not going to buy anything. Period. There are plenty of stores, and there are other companies doing away with DEI. JP Morgan is one of them. If you bank with JP Morgan, have investment accounts with JP Morgan, pull your money out right now. Chase, same thing. Boeing. Guess what, people? When you make your little airline flights, when you go to Expedia or whatever you use, whatever, Delta Airlines, American Airlines, guess what? Boeing manufactures a lot of those airlines, those are actual airplanes that you're flying on. So I guess you won't be flying. Or you know what? When you book your ticket, make sure you don't get a Boeing plane. Get something made by Lockheed Martin or Grumman or whatever else, whoever makes. But I think Boeing makes most of those planes, at least for Delta, and I'm pretty sure. Lowe's. Oh, Lowe's is getting rid of DEI as well. Well, just stick with Home Depot. Forget, but I'm pretty sure Home Depot is getting rid of DEI as well. So what are you going to do? Where are you going to shop and what are you going to do? Tell me your plan. Let me know in the comments below. If you're somebody boycotting Walmart, I want to hear your alternative plan. And I want to hear what other products you're going to give up in your home. Products that you use as a wife, as a husband, as a brother, as a father, a person who has children. As parents, what are the things you're willing to give up based on the idea that many of the companies who manufacture these products that you consume on a regular basis are actually rooted in racism or some sort of, they have standards and policies that do not necessarily align with your interest? Let's see what you're going to give up. Let's see. Which brings me now to Tesla. I want to talk Tesla. Why do I want to talk Tesla? Because I feel this is somewhat related. I saw recently a post regarding Tesla, Elon Musk. Why would a black person own a Tesla? Right? it's this thing that we should drive Teslas because of Elon Musk. Now, I'm going to disclose up front that, yes, I am a Tesla owner and a Tesla driver. It's probably one of my favorite cars I've ever owned. I own a Tesla Model Y Performance, 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. It's ridiculous. And I love it. So I'm going to put that up front. But I don't want this to come off as a pro. I'm not trying to sell you on Tesla. I'm just trying to get you to understand in the same understanding of the Walmart boycott thing when it comes to boycotting companies or not being involved with a company or not purchasing from a company or supporting a company based on the founder, the leader of a company or the CEO of the company, the person who started the company, whatever it is. That's a ridiculous premise. Now, speaking of which, Elon Musk, here's something else. I get people saying, and I just want to fill this in. I want to set this for the broader picture to come. I just want to talk about this. But Elon Musk, he's not the founder. He didn't start Tesla. He's a nobody. Yeah. Hey, why do people support a fake Elon Musk? He had nothing to do with Tesla. Nonsense. Study your history. So yeah, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpering were the actual founders of Tesla. Guess what? They were looking for money. They met a guy named Elon Musk at a Project for Mars or whatever it was, conference or something at Silicon Valley millionaires and stuff hang out, venture capitalists and entrepreneurs hang out at. And they met Elon Musk and they had to get money from Elon Musk, the Series A financing from Elon Musk. Elon Musk eventually became the CEO of the company. This is back, the company had been building a roadster, a sports car, an electric sports car to prove that an EV could be a sexy vehicle, could be a vehicle that people would actually want. It wouldn't be some boring thing like a Prius or whatever. Okay, so that was the beginning of Tesla, yes. But guess what? This idea that Elon Musk had nothing to do with the company and he's just some random billionaire who bought it and put his name on, he slapped his name as the leader of the company and the founder, but he's got nothing to do with the engineering, the technology, and the wherewithal that makes Tesla what it is and has made it so successful is ridiculous. You sound dumb when you say these things. I know you don't like Elon Musk. Now, here's the thing. My fellow black people, let me explain something to you. You won't be able to drive BMWs, Mercedes. Now, you could technically if you support Nazi Germany, right? And Hitler, because BMW, Mercedes, both these companies, Bavarian Motorworks, Mercedes, Daimler-Benz, whatever, these companies were German companies that manufactured vehicles for Nazis, used slave labor to build their cars, and benefited highly, super profited from Nazi Germany, the Third Reich, and Hitler. So I guess, if you have a problem with founders and whoever started a company, whoever created a company or became CEOs of company, you might want to check those car companies off your list. BMW or Mercedes. Ford. Henry Ford was a super racist. Henry Ford, so don't buy any Ford products. So that crosses Ford off your list. You could take Tesla off your list because you don't like Elon Musk. Look, I'm not saying Elon Musk doesn't have his issues. He's got issues. He's a freaking billionaire, the richest man in the world, and a genius on top of that. He's got issues. I don't go for the whole thing with Trump and what's going on there. There's so many different things we can discuss with regard to that when it comes to, first of all, a billionaire, the richest man in the world, controlling the president-elect right now and where that's going to go and how much red tape is being cut just in the interest of SpaceX and Tesla and Elon's own personal goals. We can have a discussion about Elon, his relationship in politics, how he swayed certain things in this last election, and his ownership of Twitter, which is now called X, right? We can get into that discussion, but it's not about that. Tesla makes an incredible vehicle. Whether that's Elon's hand in it or the engineers or the whole team, whatever success he's had on, it's made one of the greatest companies in the world. If not, it's definitely the greatest EV company ever, the most successful. And there's a reason for that. They make a great car. You don't have to hang out with Elon Musk to drive a Tesla. You don't have to hang out with the current CEO of, you don't have to like the guy who's currently the CEO of Ford or Toyota or Lexus. Toyota is Lexus, right? You don't have to hang out with these people. If you like the cars, you buy the cars. If you believe in the car, you believe in the product. That's what it comes down to. You're not going to be able to drive or use any vehicles or anything if you continue with this whole idea that we're going to boycott everyone we don't agree with. It doesn't make a lot of sense, people. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It just doesn't. And this whole thing black people can't like this because it makes, look, at the same point, black people, what are we liking? Sexy Red? Cardi B? Who like the amount of ridiculous over-sexualized content that's being shoved out. We don't have a problem with it. We're not boycotting any of that. But we need to boycott Walmart because they don't have our interest at hand. Really? They didn't have your interest in hand before. And there are plenty of other companies. I'll tell you what, how about we look at the companies that are profiting currently from the genocide that's taking place in Gaza, like Ford, General Electric, General Dynamics, Google, Ghost Robot, Honeywell, Hyundai. There goes your black people who like Hyundais. There goes that. Why don't we get rid of AM General, BAE Systems, Boeing again? Oh man, where do we talk? Lockheed Martin, they make planes and stuff as well. Mercedes-Benz Group, all these companies. Oh my God, Northrop Grumman, there goes Grumman. You can't fly on any of these planes. Oh man, it's insane. We're not gonna be able to use anything. Rolls-Royce, all you people black folk who own Rolls-Royce, don't drive those anymore because they're making money from the genocide currently taking place over in Gaza. Look at this. Toyota, same thing. Oh my God, Japanese automaker that manufactures the pickups trucks used by the Israeli military. We can't go with Toyota. What are you gonna do? What are we going to do? Oh my God. I've said enough. I think you understand where I'm coming from. I'm just curious if you're on this train of boycotting your Walmart, your local Walmart, if that's where you shop. Let me know in the comments below because I'd love to hear from you. And I'd love to hear if you understand my take on it. Are you a Tesla driver? Do you believe in equating the product or associating the product with the actual owner of the company? You know, this idea that if we don't buy Teslas, Elon won't make any money. You need to remember something. If you're boycotting Tesla, or you say, I don't want to make Elon richer, he's already the richest man in the world. He's got multiple companies, Boring Company, SpaceX Company, Tesla Motors, X. Like, you're not going to hurt Elon's pockets by not purchasing a car that's actually a really good car that would actually help your pockets, right? But you also have to think about the fact that there are a ton of people who work for Tesla. There are our brown brothers and sisters who work for Tesla, people who have jobs, who rely on those jobs. Part of the money that Tesla is earning is going to pay for that. Now, again, I'm not getting into a discussion about Tesla's labor practices or whether they're 100% for the black man or not for the black man, or whether they're sexist or they have labor issues or what their work conditions are like, or if they've ever fired anyone for the wrong reasons. I'm not having that conversation with you. I'm having a conversation to say they build a hell of a product. And if you're going to simply boycott every single company that has an issue that you think they don't align with your cultural narrative and your personal beliefs in how they should promote your culture or how they should advance your culture in some way and support you, then you're not going to be eating or drinking or hanging out or doing anything or driving anything. Take the bus. Anyway, I said what I had to say. Time to Talk podcast. Wanted to have that discussion. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. I really appreciate that. The people who have subscribed, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the journey. We're over 4,000 already. It's been relatively, I'd say that's a pretty short period of time. I'm proud of y'all for subscribing. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget, definitely do not forget to like the video on the way out. That really helps. A lot of people come in, you'll watch the video, but you got to hit that like button on the way out. It really helps all the background noise and the things that take place to help make this channel that much more successful. By the end of the year, I'd like to get to 50,000. Wouldn't that be great? I could say 10,000, right? Because it seems almost realistic in the next few weeks before the end of the year. But let's say 50. Let's get to it. All right. I'll see you in the next Time to Talk podcast. Peace.